Comedy of Errors, Act 4, Scene 1, Continuation, Antipholus of Aphelius, as if I have not, sir, I hope you have, or else you may return without your money. Angelo, nay come, I pray you, sir, give me the chain. Both wind and tide stayed for this gentleman, and I to blame have held him here too long. Antipholus of Aphelius, good Lord, you use this dalliance to excuse your breach of promise to the Porpentine. I should have chided you for not bringing it, but like a shrew you first begin to brawl. Second merchant to Angelo, the horse steals on, I pray you, sir, dispatch. Angelo to Antipholus of Aphelius, you hear how he impudence me. The chain. Antipholus of Aphelius, why give it to my wife and fetch your money. Angelo, come, come, you know I give it to you even now. Either send the chain or send by me some token. Antipholus of Aphelius, fie! Now you run this humour out of breath. Come, where is the chain? I pray you, let me see it. Second merchant, my business cannot brook this dalliance. Good sir, say where you have will answer me or no if not. I will leave him to the officer. Antipholus of Aphelius, I answer you. What should I answer you? Angelo, the money that you owe me for the chain. Antipholus of Aphelius, I owe you none till I receive the chain. Angelo, you know I gave it you half an hour since. Antipholus of Aphelius, you gave me none. You wrong me much to say so. Angelo, you wrong me more, sir, in deny it. Consider how it stands upon my credit. Second merchant, well, officer, arrest him at my suit. Officer to Angelo, I do and charge you in the Duke's name to obey me. Angelo to Antipholus of Aphelius, this touches me in reputation. Either consent to pay this sum for me, or I attach you by this officer. Antipholus of Aphelius, consent to pay thee, that I never had. Arrest me, foolish fellow, if thou darest. Angelo to officer, here is thy fee. Arrest him, officer, giving money. I would not spare my brother in this case if he could scorn me so apparently. Officer to Antipholus of Aphelius, I do arrest you, sir. You hear the suit. Antipholus of Aphelius, I do obey there till I give thee bail. To Angelo, but Sarah, you shall buy this apron as dear as all the metal in your shop will answer. Angelo, sir, I shall have law in Ephesus. To your notorious shame, I doubt it not. Enter Dromio of Syracuse from the bay. Dromio of Syracuse, master, there is a bark of epidemium that stays but till her owner comes abroad. And then, sir, she bears away our fattage, sir. I have conveyed abroad, and I have bought the oil, the balsam, the aquavita, the ship in the trim, the merry wind blows fair from land. They stay for naught at all, but for their owner, master, and yourself. And Antipholus of Aphelius, how now, a madman? Why thou perish sheep? What ship of epidemium stays for me? Dromio of Syracuse, a ship you sent me to hire the waftage? Antipholus of Aphelius, thou drunken slave, I sent thee for a rope, and told thee to what purpose and what end. Dromio of Syracuse, you send me for a rope, send as soon, and send me to the bay, sit for the bark. Antipholus of Aphelius, I will dissipate this matter at more leisure and teach your ears to list me with more head. A drama villain, hide thee straight. He gives a key. Give her this key and tell her in the desk that covered over with Turkish tapestry. And there is a purse of ducats. Let her send it. Tell her I arrested in the street, and that shall bail me. Hey, they slave, begone! An officer to prison till come. An officer to present will come, all but Dromio of Syracuse exit. Dromio of Syracuse to Adrina. That is where I denied, where Dromsel did climb me for her husband. She is too big, I hope, for me to compose. Thither I must, although against my will, for servants must their masters' minds fulfill exits. It is seen to enter Adriana and Luciana. Adriana, hey Luciana, did he attempt this thee so? Might it thou perceive artlessly in his eye that he did not plead in earnest, yea or no? Locked be or red or pale or sad or mercily, what observation made though in the case of his hard matures tilting in thy face? Luciana, first he denied you, and in him no right. Adriana, he meant he did me none, the more my sprite. Luciana, then swore he that he was a stranger here. Adriana, and true he swore, though yet forsworn he were. Luciana, then I pleaded I for you. Adriana, and what said he? Luciana, that love I begged for you he begged of me. Adriana, with what persuasion did he tempt thy love? Luciana, with words that in the honest suit might move. First he did praise my beauty, then my speech. Adriana, did he speak him fair? Luciana, have patience, I beseech. Adriana, I cannot, nor I will not hold me still. My tongue, though not my heart, shall have his will. He is deformed, crooked, old, and sere, ill faced, vows bodied, shapeless everywhere. Vacious, Argentine, foolish, blunt, unkind, spectacle in marketing was in mine. Louisiana, who would be jealous then of such a one? No evil lost is wild when it is gone. Adriana, oh, but I think him better than I say, and not you'd hear in others' eyes where was. Far from her nest the lapwing cries away. My heart prays for him, though my tongue do curse. Entered Dromio of Syracuse with a key. Dromio of Syracuse, here go the desk, the purse. Sweet, now make haste. Louisiana, how haste the lost their breath? Dromio of Syracuse, by running fast. Adriana, where is thy master? Dromio, is he well? Dromio of Syracuse, no, he is in Tartar Libyo. Worse than hell. A devil is an everlasting garment. Hath him one who hard hurt is burdened him, but still a friend fairy pitiless and rough, a wolf nay worse, and a fellow all in buff, a black friend, a shoulder capture, one that countless minds, the space of valleys, creeks, and narrow lands, a horn that runs counter, and yet draws dry food well, one that before the judge cries poor soul to hell. And this Adriana, why man, what's the matter? Dromio of Syracuse, I did not know the matter. He is rested on the case. Adriana, what is he arrested? Tell me at whose cert? Dromio of Syracuse, I know not at whose suit he is arrested well, but it is a stuff of buff which arrested him that I can tell. Will you send him Mistress Redemption the money in the desk? Adriana, go fetch it, sister. Louisiana exists. This I wonder at, that he, unknown to me, should be in debt. Tell me, was he arrested on the band? Dromio of Syracuse, not on the band, but on the stronger thing. A chain, a chain. Do you not hear it ring? Adriana, what the chain? Dromio of Syracuse, no, no, the bell. It's time where I were gone. It was two, where I left him, and now the clock strikes one. Adriana, the house come back. That I did, I never hear. Dromio of Syracuse, oh yes, if any hour meet a surgeon, he turns back for very fear. Adriana, as I have time, wearing tape, how fondly dost thou reason? Dromio of Dromio of Syracuse. Time is a very bankrupt, and never more than he is worth no season. Nay, he is a thief too. Have you not heard men say that time comes stealing on by night and day? If he is in debt and theft and a sergeant in the way, hath he not reason to turn back an hour in a day? Enter Luciana with a purse. Adriana, go, Dromio, there is the money. Bear it straight and bring thy master home immediately. Dromio exists. Come, sister, I am pressed down with conceit. Conceit my comfort and my injury. They exist. There is Act 4, Scene 3. Enter Antipholus of Syracuse wearing the chain. Antipholus of Syracuse. There is not a man I met but doth salute me, as if I were their well acquainted friend. And everyone doth call me by name. Some tender money to me, some invite me, some other give me thanks for kindness, some offer me commodities buy. And now a tailor called me in the shop and showed me silks that he had bought for me, and therewithal took measure of my body. Sure these are but imaginary wiles, and leopards asses inhabit here. Enter Dromio of Syracuse with the purse. Dromio of Syracuse, master, here is the gold you sent for me for. What have you got the picture of old Adam, new apparelled? Antipholus of Syracuse, what gold is this? What Adam doth thou mean? Dromio of Syracuse, not that Adam that kept the paradise, but that Adam that keeps the prison. He that goes in the cliff's skin that was killed for the prodigal, he that came behind you, sir, like an evil angel and bid you forsake your liberty. Antipholus of Syracuse, understand thee not? Dromio of Syracuse, no, why it's a plain case. He that went like a bliss oil in a case of leather. The man, sir, that when gentlemen are tried, gives them a sob and rests them, the sir, that takes pity on this decayed man and gives them suits of durance. He that sets up in rest to do more exploits with his mace than a Morris pike. Antipholus of Syracuse, what thou mean an officer? Dromio of Syracuse, eh sir, the sergeant of the band. He that bring any man to answer it that breaks his band, on that thinks a man always going to bed and says, God give you good rest. Antipholus of Syracuse, well sir, they rest in your foolery. Is there any ship's put forth tonight? May be gone? Dromio of Syracuse, why sir, I brought you word an hour since that the bank expedition put forth tonight, and then were you hindered by the sergeant to tarry by the holy delay. Here are the angels that you sent to deliver you. He gives the purse. Antipholus of Syracuse, the fellow is distracted, and so am I. And here we wander in illusion, some blessed power deliver us from hence. Enter a courtesan. Courtesan, well met, master Antipholus. I see, sir, I have found the goldsmith now. Is that the chain you promised me today? Antipholus of Syracuse, Satan, avoid, I charge thee. Tempt me not. Dromio of Syracuse, master, is this the Mr. Satan? Dromio of Syracuse, it is the devil. This Antipholus of Syracuse, it is the devil. Dromio of Syracuse, me, she is worse, she is the devil's dam, and here he comes in the habit of a light wench, and thereof comes that the wenches say, God damn me. That's much to say, God make me light wench. It is written they appear to men like angels of light. Light is an effect of fire, and fire will burn. Ergo, light wenches will burn. Come not here near her.